Hello guys, and welcome to another video where we're going to discuss a topic that we learned in Unit 8, coordinate planes. So today's video goal is two things. First, we're going to discuss what is an ordered pair, and then secondly, we're going to discuss how do you determine which quadrant an ordered pair is in. We've noticed that you guys have great mastery in determining where an ordered pair is in the first quadrant, but as we recently learned, there's actually 4 quadrants in a coordinate plane. Now we need to make sure you guys have mastery in all 4 quadrants. So before we dive into that, let's just have a quick recap on what's an ordered pair. So right here is an ordered pair, and it's really important that you do not forget this, because if you confuse the order of an ordered pair, you're going to end up getting every single question wrong on your homeworks, your exit tickets, and eventually your quiz. So let's go discuss this. An ordered pair is where it's the x coordinate is first and then the y coordinate is second. And here's an example. So right here we have the point 6, 4. And the beauty about the x coordinate, it lets you know how far from the y-axis you are. And if you look closely, you'll see that this point is actually 6 units away from the y-axis. And then the y-coordinate, well, that lets you know how far from the x-axis you are. If you look closely, you'll see that 6, 4 is actually 4 units away from the x-axis. And that's always a great way for you to determine where to plot your points. If you know what your x-coordinate is, you just know how far from the y-axis you are. And if you know your y-coordinate, you know how far you are from the x-axis. So now that we discussed what an ordered pair is, now let's discuss the quadrants and their rules. So for quadrant 1, the x-coordinate is positive and the y-coordinate is positive as well. And when you head over to the second quadrant, your x-coordinate becomes negative, but your y-coordinate remains positive. Then you want to head to your third quadrant, where it's just a huge negative Nancy. Everything's negative over there. The x-coordinate and the y-coordinate are both going to be negative. And then last, your quadrant 4, where it's going to be positive in the x-coordinate and the negative in the y-coordinate. So that's why it's really important you do not forget the order of an ordered pair, because if you flip the two, you're always going to determine the wrong quadrant for your ordered pairs. So let's do an example. How can we determine which quadrant is the point -3, 2 located in? So before we discuss anything, let's just look at the first coordinate, -3. That lets me know my x-coordinate is negative. So what I'm going to do right away, I'm going to go back to that chart we just had. This one right here, and I'm going to make some eliminations. I know my x-coordinate is negative, so there's no way that my point is going to be in quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. Because if you look closely, those quadrants, your x-coordinate is going to be positive. But we already know our x-coordinate is -3, which is negative. So what I'm going to do right away, just like on a multiple choice question, I'm going to eliminate those 2 options. There's no way I'm going to get tricked, and neither should you. So what about our y-coordinate? Well, our y-coordinate was positive. So know what I'm going to do? Out of the quadrants 2 and 3, which one you think can we eliminate now? So I'm actually going to give you a second to think about that. And let me just make this a little bigger for you guys. Exactly, we could eliminate quadrant 3. And just like a multiple choice question, once you eliminate your other 3 options, you now know your answer. So the correct answer is, this point is indeed in quadrant 2. So now I want you to try this on your own. Which quadrant is the point 4, -6 located in it? And if you get stuck, just rewatch this video and hopefully you are able to be able to answer this question.